Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Terry and you're watching the AXO. So today we're going to be taking a look at the Fnatic Streak 65. This is a 65% mechanical keyboard from Fnatic Gear and it has ultra low profile everything. Basically the switches, the keycaps and even the casing itself. So without further ado, let's get right into the details of this mini mechanical keyboard. Let's go. The Fnatic Streak 65 does have a USB Type-C detachable cable and it uses the 65% layout format. As for the switch, Fnatic is calling it the Fnatic Speed Switch, which are low profile switches based on the Kale Chalk V2 switches. The entire keyboard weighs 420 grams with an aluminum upper and a plastic bottom. So in the box, you'll be getting the Fnatic Streak 65 keyboard and a rubberized detachable USB Type-C cable as well as a quick start guide. So on the back of the keyboard there is a USB Type-C port that allows you to connect the keyboard to your PC, and in the middle there is a plastic piece here which is removable and it attaches magnetically to the keyboard. I think in the future users can 3D print their own plastic piece, maybe with their own name, engraving or whatever, to customize the keyboard a little further. On the bottom of the keyboard there is a textured plastic material with like a dotted design. There are two long rubber feet on the bottom with two more on the top, and these are within the height adjusters, which only has a single adjustment. As for logo, I feel there's a little too much. On the left and right sides you get the Streak logo, and Fnatic logo is embedded into the spacebar and the top of the keyboard. Now when I first unboxed the Fnatic Streak 65, I thought it was extremely light because it's so compact, so it's ultra pocketable. You can just easily chuck it into any bag or backpack and bring it with you wherever you go. Unfortunately, Fnatic didn't include a travel case with it, seeing how it is so compact. So I thought maybe a travel case would be helpful. The Fnatic Streak 65 has a case that is not just lightweight, it is very compact in size. It has rounded edges, minimized bezels, and it doesn't really take up much of your desktop space. Build quality wise, there is no flexing at all. So what's great about the 65% layout on the Fnatic Streak 65 is that you get to maintain the full-size arrow cluster as well as 4 more keys on the right side here that gives you access to 4 macro keys. So if you want to transition from a full-size keyboard or a TKL keyboard down to a 65% and you're scared you might sacrifice some of your most used keys, well, don't worry, because the Streak 65 has all of them embedded right into the other keys here, which also includes the media control keys. The RGB on the Streak 65 is amazing. There's tons of color profiles for you to choose from and they're all customizable within the Fnatic OP software. Currently it's still in early access, but you can still use it, no problems whatsoever. It's not fully decked out with other features yet, but software does seem to be a one-hub software where all Fnatic Gear hardware and gaming peripherals can connect into a single software. The RGB looks great, but there is a bit of light spill on the sides of each key. So you see the light spill on the side walls of every key. So when you start it up, it will actually illuminate FNATIC. Very nice touch, Fnatic. So the cable that is included with the Fnatic Streak 65 is removable, that's great, but it is rubberized. A braided cable would be good, especially if you're gonna travel around with the keyboard a lot. And so for the keycaps, Fnatic, why did you have to go with ABS? The keyboard's keycaps are actually fine. It's just that you have OCDs about these kind of things, then it might not be for you. Technically, because the switch stems are Cherry MX compatible, so you can switch it out for another Cherry-based stem keycap that might work for you. To me, I still prefer the ultra low profile keycaps that come stock on the Streak 65 because they feel amazing, their height is just right, and the typing experience is pretty good. So, switches. The Fnatic Streak 65 comes with the Fnatic Speed switches, which are actually the Kale Chalk V2 switches. And they even have the stem color customized to the Fnatic Orange colorway. The switches have minimal wobble and they don't feel loose, they're really secure. So the top housing is transparent to allow for better RGB light to pass through, and you can even see the inner workings of the contact lift within the switch. Putting the speed in Fnatic Speed switches, these switches are 1mm actuation has a 55 grams actuation force and a total travel of 3.2 millimeters. Because everything is so low profile down to the switch and the keycaps, these switches are really fast and responsive, and I absolutely love them when it comes to typing or even gaming. Now when it comes to the sound, it is absolutely amazing. As a fan of linear switches, the Kayle Chalk V2s are really nice and quiet. They're not rattly, especially with the stabs. The stabilizers are also factory lubed and they come in the Fnatic orange colorway as well. And because of that, right out of the box, they are smooth right from the get-go. But I did hear a little bit of a spring ping on the left side of the spacebar. You get to hear that in the sound test later. Basically, all the stabs work fine. They're all smooth and they sound amazing, except for that just one small space on the left side of the spacebar. I used to use the full-size 108 keys keyboard, and then I toned it down to TKL size where there's only about 87 keys. But recently I've gotten very fond of 65% layout keyboards, and the Fnatic Streak 65 really offers a lot of plus points in many ways. The entire keyboard has a very stealthy design. The keycaps are ultra low profile. This is super compact, which makes it ultra portable for you to bring it anywhere you want. And that is thanks to its 65% layout with the ultra low profile keycaps and also the ultra low profile switches, which is made by Kayle Chalk V2s. So not only does the keyboard look great with this ultra low profile design, but the switches are also amazingly good when it comes to typing or gaming. Whatever you do with the keyboard, it just sounds impressive. So that is it from me for the Fnatic Streak 65 ultra low profile mechanical gaming keyboard. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't already. My name is Terry, thank you guys for watching, and I'll catch you all the next time.